got a really unique property here, something you certainly don't find often on Lake Kiwi, but we've got two tracks that go together. We're standing on the 159-acre track right now. This particular piece, as you can see, is on the water. In fact, measuring the water distance, because it goes all the way back in the cove over here, if you look up on the hill, those homes are in 4 Points North. So it's where 4 Points North lots end at the end of that cul-de-sac where this property starts. And this particular piece has over 2,900 feet of waterfront on Lake Kiwi. And this property is owned by a gentleman. What they've done is they've come in here and they've cut ATV trails all through this property. So you talk about a piece of property that's just got it all. This is the piece of property. You've got over 2,900 feet of lakefront here. You've got just a beautiful area down here that's open. We'll get to here in a minute. You've got streams that run through this property. There's a really nice large stream that comes in the backside, which feeds into Lake Kiwi, and you've got multiple build sites. You've got a ridge line that's got just incredible views looking into the Blue Ridge Mountains. In fact, you can actually see the Jocassee Dam, which we'll get to that, but there's a number of home sites up there. So you talk about a fantastic recreational property. I mean, coming in here, we were walking in on the road, you've got deer tracks. We saw a track of a black bear, and there's obviously wild turkey in here, pigs, the whole 9 yards. So if you like to hunt, this could be not only a hunting retreat, could have a dock, because we're applying for a dock on this property right now to have access to Lake Kiwi, and then you could also have these awesome ATV trails for your recreational fun. So let's head on over as we're walking across from this property, get a better view. You've got this beautiful point. It's just flat as it can be. Great place for a nice fire pit out here on the point, a gathering area. Be a great spot for a hunting lodge if that's what you're into down here, and come back by water in the evening. And again, just the amount of effort they have put into this property already just to create all these ATV trails. You talk about a lot of fun just to go out on the day and spend time on a four-wheel or Polaris, whatever it is you might need. Now, if you look, so this water frontage goes from that cove all the way along this, all the way out beyond that point, and then it follows the area. That's an environmental area back in the back, but it follows that all the way back into the creek, the feed. So you can again see how we're talking about almost 3,000 feet of waterfront within here. And the lake just kind of dead ends, so it's very quiet, super nice back in here, and just a great spot. So let's go from here. We're going to head up to the ridge line to show you the views, and then we'll probably get over, show you a couple access points, because this property is off of Stamp Creek Road, Highway 130, just north of 4 Points, or just north of Kiwi Key, where their fitness center is. And it also has another access point coming in off of East Stamp Creek Road. So there are a couple of ways you can come into this property. And you're looking in a property, again, it's not a homeowner association. There are no fees that you have to pay, and you can certainly do what you want to do with this property. So let's head on over to the views and check those out, and then we'll get to the access points. One other thing before we get over to the view area, we want to show you where they've applied for the boat dock, and the boat dock would be right out in this area, to get approved. And again, you wouldn't have anything closer than what you're seeing over here on this side. So just super privacy back here. I mean, it's like having your own little lake back in this area. Access to the main lake, just go right out here to the right, go around that point, and you head out towards the main lake. All right, let's head to the view property. We're up at the ridge line that we talked about, and there's a road cut in right off of Highway 130 that brings us right up to the ridge line already in place. And you can see we're looking at the Jocassee Dam right into the Blue Ridge Mountains. Remember, there's 36,000 acres of Jocassee Gorges property that will never be developed. So you can imagine in the fall the view that you're going to have up here, especially when the humidity's low and it's just crystal clear with those mountain ranges in the distance. But the biggest thing is this ridge line, if they cleared out more to our right, you would see, again, mountain views all the way out that direction because I can see them through the trees here. Same thing here on the left. If you open this up, you could easily have a 180-degree view all the way across. Now, the ridgeline we came in, it actually goes up a little bit higher on the back side. In fact, you can see that from the aerial view. And from up there, potentially, I mean, you're talking, 270-degree views. Again, if you cleared out this hilltop and really did something like that. Now, from a development standpoint, all of these lots along this ridgeline with these views would just make beautiful mountain cabins and maybe have access to trails, something of that nature. So you could have a kind of a common area within the community where you have access to the ATV trails and you have these mountain retreat getaways, something like that, with access to the lake. If you get the dock approved, you'd have a place possibly to keep a boat or two, that you could utilize and create some sort of property owners association that has access to the boat, the jet skis, and so forth. So kind of good ideas here, but again, just an incredible piece of property. We're going to go to a couple other spots. We're going to go down to where the big stream or small river, whatever you want to call it, comes into the backside where the environmental land was on the water and show you that. And there are two access points, like I said, to this property. One off of Stamp Creek, Highway 130, and then one off of East Stamp Creek Road. Other thing I want to point out, one last thing, is there's just a tremendous amount of hardwoods in here. Majority of it is hardwoods, but there are a lot of planted pines as well. So there is some timber value, obviously, on this piece of property as well. The water source that goes right into Lake Kiowee, but also borders the 189 acres. So we talked about, it's a pretty large source of water coming in, as you can see. Just absolutely beautiful, the sound of running water. Thought we were just watching a turtle sitting there on the rocks, and he was riding the waves. The address here off of this part is 280 East Stamp Creek Road. And again, it'll bring you to this access point. Again, another place that you could come in with your four-wheelers, ATVs, whatever it is, Polaris, whatever you're using. And again, the trails, there are miles and miles of trails, and there are a number of creeks that you can cross over as you go through this. Now you look in here, look how much of this beautiful mountain laurel you have, and these beech trees. Boy, that is just a magnificent tree. Beech tree here, and then a little access down into the creek. Great place just to go swim, hang out by the water. A lot of ridges. You got a lot of different topography in here, and
because of that ridge.
Yeah, that road will take you all the way up to the ridge where we just were, where you can see the views all the way into Lake Jocassee. And again, you've got a lot of spring heads that come through here. As you can see here, just another source coming right out of the hillside. All the beautiful ferns through this area. And again, if you stay on this particular trail where we're going, this is going to take you all along that shoreline that we were at on Lake Kiowee. And this will get you there, but there are other trails that will take you there as well. So when you talk about a piece of property that has it all, this one truly has it all. As you can see, if you like the outdoors, you can just spend days back here and not have to worry about it. But I love all these beautiful rocks. Again, another, kind of a spring over on this side, feeding in. And again, the trail just continues on up to the left. And again, you can see just almost all hardwoods through here. But I love, you'll always see these beech trees down near the water sources. And these are some of the biggest beech trees I've ever seen. So, like I said, if you want to have some fun, you can see the hills that we just showed you. Another one of the trails going up. So there's a lot of up and down and all around. So if you got any interest in this property, I mean, it's an incredible piece of property. Again, just tons of things that you can do with it. But give us a call, 800-682-9098. We do have access to a Polaris. We can take you through the entire property, show you everything. But if you pay attention to the videos, you're going to get a lot out of that, the aerials, and then, again, the location exactly where we are. So give us a call and enjoy the video.
Mm-hmm.